Here's one of Mrs. Auclair's favorite books, and fourth and fifth graders, Jungle Doctor. Fifth graders this year, we read the story about the monkey feeding the vultures. Remember that one? And fourth graders, we read the one about the monkey taking the knife and cutting on the wrong side of the limb, and the limb crashed. And I want to read you some more stories of this. Jungle Doctor's Fables are just some little short stories. This book is so old you can tell by the cover, can't you? And if you look on the back, here's the title page. If you look on the back of the title page in any of your books, it will have the date that it was first published. This is August 1955, so that was a long, long time ago. Then if you look in the back, or sometimes it might be in the front of the cover, it tells about the author. And this author is Paul White. If you ever find any books of his, be sure that you purchase these. He's a doctor of Tanganyika, and he had over 7 hospitals that he was in charge of in Africa. And these 7 hospitals were spread 1,000 miles apart. And he went to all of these hospitals, and he took care of all the people in Africa. And finally, he got malaria and was very, very ill, and he had to leave Africa. But when he left Africa, he gave lots of speeches, and he took to writing, and I'm so glad that he did. But his fables, he has Dottie, the Jungle Doctor's assistant, telling all the natives animal stories so that they can try to understand the gospel, and because they don't know much of anything. You're going to enjoy this story. The pictures are small, and I'm sorry, I hope you can see them a little bit. This story is called Death Trap, and Dottie is telling all the natives the story. Priamba, the hunter, set a trap. The trap was an oil tin with a hole cut in the top. First, the hunter put in sand and stones, and then he covered this with a layer of peanuts. He placed it underneath the buyu tree in the jungle and went quietly about and sat in the shade and watched. Soon, many of the tribe of Nani the monkey appeared. The smell of peanuts was food for their noses. They chattered among themselves, and then one, Toto by name, came close to look at the tin. He shook it. He peered through the hole and put his nose to it and smelled. Oh, how good it was! His monkey mind told him, all you have to do is put your paw through the hole and the peanuts are yours. Toto looked this way and that. He listened to the insistent voice of his nose. His paw went rapidly through the small hole, and he grabbed all the peanuts he could hold. Toto pulled his paw away quickly, but stopped with pain at his wrist. The grass peanuts in his paw would not come through. Toto squealed loudly, and other members of his tribe chattered and squealed as well, giving much monkey advice in a variety of tones. Toto strove with great vigor to pull his paw out, but it would not come. Truly, the wisdom of Priamba the hunter was great in making the size of the hole. Twigga the giraffe peered over a thorn bush. Let go of the peanuts, monkey, he kindly advised, and your paw will come right out. But it was not the habit of the tribe of Nani to let go of peanuts. Again, Twigga spoke. It is the peanuts that trap you. Let them go, and you are free. In the shade, the hunter smiled to himself. He picked up a bag that he made from a baobab fiber, gripped his knobbed stick, and walked slowly toward the monkeys. Toto, in fear, upset the tin and dragged it with him a little way, but still his paw would not come out. Nani and his relatives scurried to the top branches of the buyu tree, chattering. "Let go the nuts and you're safe," again called Twigga, backing away. But it's not the custom of monkeys to let go of what they hold. Such is the wisdom of monkeys. Toto squealed and drew back the trap that held him. Priamba, the hunter, swung his stick. Crump! Toto fell stunned. His paw relaxed. The monkeys fell into the tin, and Toto was soon in the bag. He had been trapped as he had followed his own monkey wisdom. Dodie looked at the men. The name of the trap is sin. Truly, the words of the Bible are these: sin pays its servants. The wages of sin are death. And it is the matter of monkey wisdom to think that you can get away from this trap if you cling to things which bring captivity and after it death. The voice of Mabishi the hyena came eerily on the night air. Magoo shivered and thought many thoughts of small comfort. The wages of sin is death, isn't it? But the monkey wouldn't listen. He just held on to the peanuts. Do you see the rainbow on your book? If you watch my video on rainbows and crystals, right behind me in the window is a prism, and the sun is shining in, and it is making a rainbow on my book. And that rainbow always reminds me that God loves me. Here's a rainbow, and I put it on my hand. But God made the rainbow, didn't he? Have a wonderful day.